Really, I hate to break it to you, but the number one thing in your environment that you have to make sure and guard with your life are the people in your life. And sometimes when you start a new project and you have a great dream and you have a great vision for yourself, people are going to tell you, you can't do that. You're crazy. What are you thinking about? You have to find 1, 2, or 3 people that are going to be your greatest cheerleaders. And no matter what, they're going to kick you out the door saying, yes, yes, yes. And you have to have somebody that when you say, I got my first sale, they're going to celebrate with you. Because we don't celebrate our successes, right? We just brush it aside. Oh, yeah, it was nothing. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I can't be that special. Well, that doesn't work. We have to honor that. And the more we celebrate our successes, but a lot of people, when you're succeeding, it makes them uncomfortable. So they want to tear you down. And it's not their fault. Women have been in competition with themselves from the beginning of time. It's a survival mechanism, and we haven't been taught yet that it's okay to give each other a hand up and help pull ourselves forward. So what we've been taught is we step on each other on the way to the top, and we can't do that to each other anymore. Women have to celebrate each other. So you want to make sure that your environment is full of people that, and it might not be your family. It might not be your best friend. I mean, I live in a very small town. It's a very lonely place to be for someone who wants to be on a global stage. My friends wanted to pull me off that plane to India. They didn't want me to bring my daughter here. Oh my God, what are you going to expose her to? You know, we're pretty backwards in West Texas, you know. But they hear only what's in the news. They don't have that pull forward to go explore. I'm an explorer, I'm a traveler. And I'm glad that I got to travel with you today. And I hope that this was helpful to you. But I don't want to take any more time because we have this beautiful sojourner that will come up here and share her part of this presentation. And then we'll go to questions if we have time.
That was beautiful. Thank you. So my name is Gina Otto, and I'm the author of Cassandra's Angel. And I was going to talk about something, but I think I'm going to shift gears because this is kind of a small group. And I am guessing that everyone in here has a project or a company that they are excited about starting. So I'm going to just talk for a minute, and then I'm going to open this up a little bit differently. So who in this room knows that they came into the world to do something very special? Very good. Who in this room knows that they came into this world to do something very special and they have no idea what it is? Right? Okay, right? So that was me. I knew from a child I came here to do something really, really, really special, and I had no idea what it was. And so I started out on all of these different careers. And I started out in the film industry, and I had a very successful career in the film industry, and it was 12 years, and it was extraordinary, and I got to work in Hollywood, and it was just a dream come true. And one day I was working on a Diet Cola commercial and had an awareness. This is an industry that uses anorexic models to sell Diet Cola to teenage girls. And I quit. I quit that career after 12 years. And I hit my knees that night and I said, "Dear God, I do not want to be a part of the problem. I want to live a life that I am proud of." And so I started on this huge campaign going all around the country in the United States and eventually all around the world, talking to little girls about letting go of the stories that keep us so limited and finding our light and then shining. And so I had never written a book before, but I wrote a book called Cassandra's Angel, and it became a #1 bestseller. And I can't read or write music, but I wrote a 25 original song, 2-hour Broadway musical in verse. And I can't even spell technology, but I am currently now the CEO of a tech company creating the largest, safest social media platform in the world for children, but instead of pop culture, we're going to teach them how to change the world. So I didn't know how to do any of those things. I didn't know how to do any of those things. And in fact, I'm going to stand here right now and let you know that I came from a single mom, very poor, humble beginnings, didn't graduate college, right? So having said all of that, you guys need something? Having said all of that, we start asking these questions, how? How do we do it? How do we do the thing that we came here to do? Right? So in between the Hollywood career and writing the book, I started asking that question every single day and saying this prayer, Dear God, in this moment, with all of my strengths and all of my insecurities, and all of my gifts, and all of my tragic shortcomings, right now, this thing that I am, how can I use this on behalf of you? How can I use this on behalf of humanity? How can I use this in the greatest service to the planet? And I just started meditating on that every single day. I consciously choose to use my free will. I consciously choose to fulfill my part in the plan. Whatever the plan is, and I never knew what it was. It was a deep, deep, deep surrender. And one day I was journaling. Yesterday I did blah, 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 and tomorrow I did blah, blah, blah. And Cassandra was strolling along. Cassandra was singing a sing-along song. And the entire book came out in one sentence. The same thing happened similarly to the music. The same thing happened similarly to the tech company, believe it or not. All of these pictures started coming in my mind, and I called my best friend, and I said, what is this? She said, start drawing it. Just start drawing it. And she's like, oh, whoa, these are wireframes. I'm like, what's a wireframe? And it was the beginning of the tech platform, right? So the how. How? The good news is we don't ever have to know. We don't ever have to know. The how will come. The next person will come and tell you, and then the next person, and you'll see that TV show, and you'll see that movie, and you'll hear that song, and you'll get that inspiration, and it'll come in your meditation. It doesn't matter. The part that is important and the part that we have to connect to is the thing, that thing that won't let you go, that passion in your heart, that thing that is calling you deep, deep down. And it might just be like a little irritating tap on your shoulder right now. It may not be a full-blown voice in your head. Doesn't matter, because it will not let you down. I promise. I promise. Who you are and what you came here to do is in the DNA of who you are. It is your divine blueprint, and it will never, ever let you down. It doesn't let us down. We let it down. We let it down every time we hide, every time we deny, every time we don't pay attention, every time we ignore it, every time that we drink and we drug and we sex and we shop and we YouTube, right? It is there calling us. And it is the connection to our joy and our love and our happiness and our purpose. So, the most important thing that I think in all of this is that it comes down to energy, right? It comes down to energy in that moment that we speak it. So what I want to do is I would love for each one of us to create a container here of love and safety, right? With the knowledge that that energy, that thing that we speak, comes into existence. And whether you have a fully formed idea of what that project is, or whether it's just that irritating tap on your shoulder, I'm going to invite you to please stand up, say your name, and tell us what your project is. Because this is now a vortex of extraordinary women with some wonderful men in the room. And that's all I ever did. I just started saying, I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I started when I was 9 years old. And people would say, well, what did you write? Well, I'm writing. And they would say, well, are you published? And I'm like, it's in process. And that day that I got that call from that publisher, that had been in effect for decades. For decades. And for most of those years, I would hide my work. I would put it underneath the bed. I had all my writing in boxes and boxes and boxes underneath the bed, and every time I would move, I'd move them all with me. And it didn't even seem weird to me that I had been hiding my voice and all of my writing under the bed, right? So speak it, bring it out, right? And we're gonna just love you. We're gonna love you so much. And in this moment, we are going to begin your project. In this moment, it will start. And then be willing to receive the miracles, right? Be willing to show up for that thing that is calling you. So my name is Gina Otto, and my current project is the largest, safest social media platform in the world, connecting 1.1 billion children, teaching them how to change the world. And from this moment, I speak that into existence.
I am Becky Bennis, and my current project is a global authentic leadership development company that impacts billions of people worldwide.
My name is Elaine. I'm a dreamer. And my dream is to enable children to have a voice so that they can allow the creativity, their individuality, themselves as children to come out.
Can I just stand here? Okay.
I can come to the platform.
So my name is Sangeeta, and my current project is to use theater to empower girls, boys, and women to stop violence in the world.
My name is Deborah Langley, and my current project is to build a global ecosystem of companies that impact the lives of women and children, and to provide the funding and the operational support to take them global. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Terrio, and I am a heart and spirit coach, and my current project is working with women to make dreams a reality. I retired at 55 to pursue a new career in culinary arts, so I know we can do it.
Hi, my name is Amanda Willett, and I am a Desire Map facilitator who has a big dream to open a holistic wellness center. And also